Good evening, I'm Natividad at St. George subway station, where transit passengers are no doubt happy that subway service has been restored after a chaotic morning commute. A significant portion of Line 1 was shut down for close to 7 hours after a work car derailed, the second derailment in less than 2 months.
Northbound to St. Clair West over here. Southbound to St. Andrew across the street.
This was the scene outside of St. George Station Thursday morning. A massive crowd of frustrated passengers and long lineups to board shuttle buses. Outside St. Clair West, more of the same.
Don't stop in front of the stairs.
And inside Young Bloor subway station, barely any space to move as a crush of commuters crowd the platform. According to the TTC, at about 5:30 in the morning, a maintenance car derailed just south of St. George, closing down a portion of Line 1 from St. Clair West all the way to Union Station. What happened to cause it to derail?
That's a good question, and we will have a further investigation to sort that out. They were going back into the station, and as the peak service was starting up when this occurred.
Southbound to Union Station!
But the shutdown extended beyond the morning rush into the late morning and early afternoon.
Pretty inconvenient. We're both on our way to class, so we may be late, but that's fine.
I have a final test in 20 minutes.
Have you ever seen it to this extent before?
Not on St. George, so yeah, it's pretty bad.
It seems to happen to us every single time we try to take the subway, so.
And it's not often that you take the subway?
No.
Inconvenient, but what can you do about it? Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's close to 7 hours that the subway line was shut down. Why did it take so long for service to get back up and running?
So this was a very complex and unique situation, and we will further investigate.
The TTC deployed about 100 shuttle buses above ground to get passengers moving while the car was derailed, and say there was no damage to the tracks. Still, this is the second time in less than a month that a car has derailed. Today's incident like deja vu for some commuters.
I was like the last time too during that the train derailed. I was there too, so this is just annoying.
Poole Moffat says the two incidents were not related. Ahead of Thursday's executive committee, Mayor Tory weighed in on today's chaos, noting that he witnessed some TTC passengers getting off a bus and heading to a subway that had already been reported to be out of service.
Clearly there is an inadequacy in terms of, especially in the digital age, in the communication of that information the minute that those kinds of things happen, and that's going to have to be part of the investigation.
Now, Mayor Tory also committed to following up on the potential for reimbursements on days like today, saying with Presto cards especially, it should be easy to identify who tapped on when the subway was down. Now, the budget for 2020 is going before Council next week. As part of that, they will have to approve $5.4 billion in additional funding for the TTC, and the transit agency wants to use the majority of that funding to go towards a state of good repair.